everyone, this is Amanda at Amanda's Booktopia. If you're new here, welcome, and if not, welcome back. And today I'm going to go over the 3 books that I have read so far in September. Unfortunately, this has not been a very good reading month so far. I mean, a couple of the books were okay. One I DNF'd, and I had so many hopefuls for September, and there's no way I'm getting to all of them. Remember, if you watch my TBR game at the beginning of the month, I had like 20-something books on my list. And I have not even made a dent into most of them. Unfortunately, I've only actually finished reading 2 of them, technically. So my reading has slowed down a lot. And that's not good. I need to figure out how to get back into the reading spirit again. Because there's been a lot of time so far, just in the month of September, that I have not wanted to pick up a book. I have been really a lot focused on watching a lot of real estate shows. And I also started watching the new season of The Circle. And I've been addicted to all that stuff and not really as interested in reading, unless there's reading sprints going on that I'm interested in joining. Last night, Thrills and Chills had their own sprints, so I joined Dana and Nikki for that, and Tara, because Tara's our guest host for the month of September. And for those that don't know, their group book is The September House by Carissa Orlando. So I'm listening to that currently. I'm saving my thoughts on that one until the live show for the most part, but I have started the audiobook on The September House, and I am liking what I'm listening to so far. It's very interesting from what I've listened of so far in The September House. It's a very different kind of vibe than I expected. Normally we don't know about some of the stuff that happened in the beginning till like closer to the end, most of the time. I hope that's not a spoiler. I don't think it is. But it was a very unexpected beginning. So I'm excited to see how that one goes. And that's going to be probably, I'll talk about my thoughts in case you don't join us for the live show, for the group book. I will talk about my thoughts later once I finish that one. But first I'm going to talk about my thoughts on the ones that I have read, actually, this month so far in September. And it's only been these 2 physical books and 1 ebook that I DNF'd. So let's go over the physical ones first. So right now, the first book I read was The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez. I was reading this for the Abby Jimenez read-along that some of my friends are hosting, along with Tara from Tara Talks Books. And I think B from Mama Loves to Read. I can't remember her actual YouTube name. I'll have to look it up. But I will try and link her down below if you want to check her out. And I was going to watch the playback of the live show because I was not able to make it to the live show. I have not watched it yet. I gotta figure out where the live show is. I can't remember what channel that it's on. I'll have to look. I could go back and watch the playback, and hear everybody else's thoughts. But from what I've read personally, I'm sure my reading might change once I play back the live show and listen to everybody else. But I did enjoy my time with this. The main FMC, a lot of the times I did not agree with her communication issues. Well, technically it's miscommunication, but a lot of the times I just did not agree with a lot of the things that she thought was best. And I kind of felt bad for the main male character a lot of the times because she did not communicate. And sometimes miscommunication is not always a trope that I really like all that much, unless it's done right in a certain way. And in this case, I just felt like for the majority of this book, it just wasn't done right for me. I did originally give this 4 stars. However, I might be lowering this to about 3 just because I'm thinking out loud here. Yeah, I had issues with her. But the side characters I really enjoyed. I cried a little bit near the end because of something that happened, because it was very sad. And Abby knows how to rip your heart out. But a lot of the times within this book, I preferred any other scene that the female main character was not in. I just was not a fan of her. So I think I'm gonna go down to a 3-star on this one. Yeah, it's gonna be a 3-star. I just wasn't a fan of her, unfortunately. What was her name again? Oh yeah, Kristen. I did not like Kristen all that much. I mean, there were times I felt for her, and other times I couldn't stand her. So, unfortunately, this will end up being a 3-star, now that I'm thinking it through. So, that's all for that book. And then the other physical book that I did finish reading yesterday was Quicksilver by Callie Hart. The majority of this book, Fisher, the main male character, I did not like him. I felt like he was very selfish most of the time. And I understand where the author was going with this, with the enemies to lovers trope, but I felt like it could have been done a little bit better, in my opinion. But if it wasn't for Fisher, I think I would have given this a 5-star. I didn't like him very much most of the time. But eventually, near the end, he definitely redeemed himself. Majority of this, I was like, really, Fisher? Really? A lot of the times, I just did not like him. I felt like this could have, I understand that every character needs character development, but he did not have much development at all till almost near the end. So I had a little bit of an issue with that. But other than that, I really enjoy the rest of it. I love Saris. I think that's how you pronounce that. She is like a kick-ass heroine that will throw down, and I love her so much in this. And the way this ended, I'm like, I need the next book. I want to know what's going to happen next. Because of everything else that happened in this book, I still really enjoy, besides the whole Fisher situation. So that's why I give this a 4.5 and not a 5-star. I feel like if we had more depth, if we knew some of what he was seeking and feeling, maybe earlier on in the book, I feel like I would have liked this even more. I think this could have actually... I feel like the author could have given this book 2 POVs instead of just the 1 POV. Because then I think it would have made more sense to understand where Fisher was coming from. That would have made it a 5-star. Unfortunately, it didn't quite make it to be a 5-star. But it was very close, and I really enjoy this, and I cannot wait to see where the series goes. I definitely want to get the second one when it comes out next year. And then the ebook that I attempted to read, I DNF'd it, was By Any Other Name by Jodi Picoult. I've read a bunch of her books and have really enjoyed them. However, this one had my attention for maybe the first 5%, and I just did not like her writing when it came to when we went into the history and went back a bunch of years, to the 1800s. When she got to that point, writing style was not for me. I was not a fan, unfortunately, and I just couldn't get into it. I really honestly tried, but I DNF'd it fairly early on. I just was not feeling it, and I did not want to continue. I borrowed it off of Libby, and an hour or two later, it went right back. And there were others waiting for it, so I don't mind giving it back to the next person. And it just, unfortunately, was not for me. However, I would still read other books by her, because I have read others by her and have really enjoyed them. For example, The Pact by Jodi Picoult is my favorite Jodi Picoult book that I've read. But she has some other good ones, too. So I guess this one was just not for me. So I DNF'd that. And those are the only 3 I have actually physically read so far in the month of September. I am still listening to the September House, so I'll give you those thoughts later on in the month. And that is all I have for this video. So I hope you enjoyed my thoughts on these books. I sure did. I will keep you guys all updated on all the other books that I'm reading in the month. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a huge thumbs up. If you want to see more bookish content from me, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below. And I'll see you all next time.